Now, I want to read another extract from my children's fantasy story, Mlle Josephine and the Brazilian Ants. And I hope this actually, I'd be very excited if this was turned into an animated film. People tell me it's so funny and it's adventurous. And I think adults and children would enjoy it. At this stage, Brian and Maeve, the twins, have come back to the farmhouse to tell them that the mighty Chico wants to eat Mlle Josephine because she's made his teeth are bad and she's made of softwood and he can't eat hardwood. These are wood-eating Brazilian ants, by the way, and have come to Ireland because the trees in Brazil have been cut down. A lovely piece of softwood. Besma Brastray had trouble trying to control her excitement. Yes, Brian butted in. The mighty Chico was very excited when he heard that. Softwood, screeched Mlle Josephine Chaiselong, who had recovered from her fainting fit. I'm made of softwood. Mon Dieu, the mighty Chico wants me. He wants to eat every single piece of my precious wood. Bresma Bastray stared at Mlle Josephine. Her brass surface was positively glowing now. Don't worry, Ma'am. Major Steele's sword boomed in his military voice. I'll protect you. How? Demanded Besma Brastray. I'll... Major Steele, the sword paused. I'll cut them into little pieces, he came out with at last. But they're too small, giggled Besma Brastray. You'll keep missing them. This is no laughing matter, thundered Uncle Argus, who had recovered from the shocking news. We must make sure they don't get in. How will we do that? Asked an anxious Maeve. There must be some way, said Brian. Uncle Ernest thought for a moment. We'll set up a council of war to decide what to do. That's a terrific idea, Maeve said. It is, Brian said eagerly. I read about one in the school history book. I read about one too. And they managed to beat the enemy, Maeve added. But who will head it? Brian shrugged in reply. Uncle Ernest, Auntie Florrie said firmly. He is the ruler of the sitting room after all. I agree, Mlle Josephine Chaiselong equally firmly. You do? Said a very surprised Auntie Florrie. Yes, I do. I will head the Council of War, Besma Brastray announced loudly. Why you? Brian asked. I saw a lot of battles when I was with the Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent. He took me everywhere with him. Enough, it's settled, thundered Uncle Ernest. I will head the Council of War. It's only proper I do so. Why should you head it instead of me? Demanded Besma Brastray. Her brass surface was glowing with rage now. I've attended many Council of Wars and took part in one or two battles myself, she added, her brass surface expanding with pride. What was the most exciting battle you saw? Brian asked. Let me think, Besma Brastray replied. I don't like battles, Jan, the leather couch, said in a loud voice. I saw one once on television. It was so terrifying. My leather began to sag. Go on, Mademoiselle. Go on, Besma Brastray. Please think of one. Great Coffee Table urged, ignoring his friend. There must have been one very special one, Brian said. Yes, Besma Brastray began. It was my Suleiman Magnificent's final campaign against the Shah of Persia. They'd been at each other's throats for years, and my Sultan was determined to put a stop to it. Oh, he looked magnificent that day, dressed in a golden robe edged with fur and a white balloon-shaped turban. But the battle, urged Brian and Great Coffee Table together. Who won it? My Suleiman, of course. Was there much blood? Great Coffee Table asked, his glass top shimmering with excitement. A lot, Besma Brastray began. The two armies assembled on either side of the valley. Then my Suleiman gave the signal, and his horsemen flew down, their armour shimmering in the sunlight. Then, enough, thundered Uncle Ernest. We're facing a real battle here and now. But Bessemer brass trays sounds very exciting, Great Coffee Table broke in. Stop your nonsense, taunted Uncle Ernest. I will head the council of war, seeing I am the ruler of the sitting room. I will deal with Bessemer brass tray later when the danger from the Brazilian ant-attack has passed, he whispered to Uncle Auntie Florrie. I felt for some time she's scheming to replace you as the ruler of the sitting room, she whispered back. I agree. Now, listen, all of you. Auntie Florrie will be my second in command, and I would like Mlle Josephine Chaiselon, Brian, and Maeve to serve on it too. Uncle Ernest paused, and then reluctantly added, and Bessemer brass tray. The other things were naturally disappointed not being included, but Uncle Ernest assured them that he needed their help too. Now down to work, he thundered. Now I'll leave that there and go out and enjoy the sunshine. Bye.